Thursday. I'm working from home right now. I've got a half day because I'm actually going down to Edinburgh to go to Lizzy Hadfield's Buffy's event that she is hosting as part of the Edinburgh Book Festival. I've always wanted to go to her book club since she started it, but obviously living in Scotland, I'm not in London or New York, so I've kind of followed it along. And when I saw she was doing a book festival event, I thought, I'm gonna get a ticket for this. So I have read the book. I spoke about it in my last video, and I feel like I was maybe like 2/3 into it then, and I wasn't sure if I liked it, but I think by the end I really liked it. Basically the book's kind of split into like 3 parts, and I think the first part and the second part I found a bit confusing, but the last section I just absolutely flew through it. I was so like intrigued by the person's story. So yeah, I'll be very intrigued to hear like everybody else's opinions on the book. I've never really been to a book club where it's like this kind of books. Like me and my friends have kind of done a little book club here before, but it's usually been like your kind of girly like crime or like romance books that we've done. It's never really been like a book like this, so it'll be interesting to discuss it. But yeah, I thought I would take you along on the day with me. So I am just gonna work until like 12ish today, and then I will drive down the road, and I'm staying with my auntie and uncles because the event's actually right around the corner from their house. It's at Elliot's, which is Jess, Elliot, Denison, I think that's her name, I hope that I've pronounced that right, who is a chef, and Elliot's used to be a restaurant, but now it's more of like a studio and event space. So she has a cookbook which she published herself, so she actually has 2, one called midweek recipes and one called weekend recipes. I'm hoping that I can maybe buy weekend recipes whilst I'm there because I would really like them. Let me actually get the book. God, there's so many seagulls in the background, but it's a bit messy because it's been in my kitchen. But this is the cookbook, and I just absolutely love the cover. I think she designed and like got it printed and everything, like published it independently, and I just love that. And it's got so many nice recipes in it that are like, they're all like super easy, and I just absolutely love the way that the book is laid out. So I'm excited to see that space as well because I have actually never been to it before. But yeah, this is the book club book. So yeah, it was NW by Zadie Smith. But yeah, towards the end I really started to like it, but I think it's just like I need to kind of look up what her other books are like, but I think I found the writing almost like confusing, and I don't know if that was intentional or if that's just kind of the way it is meant to be, you know, or if it's like I didn't understand the book. I don't know. I think like it's obviously set in London, and I'm not somebody who's like super familiar with London, so it's very interesting to kind of read about people's lives in the city, and kind of how people that grow up there kind of often don't really leave the neighbourhood that they're in. I suppose like to me as somebody who doesn't live in London, you kind of think of London as like, oh, there's so many different parts and places that people can go to, but really in this is kind of like the majority of people just stay in their kind of local area. I don't know if I'm explaining that right, but it is a really interesting book. I honestly don't even know how to describe it. Like some of it's quite funny, but then also some of it is harrowing and sad. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to discuss. But anyway, I better get to work because it is 9 o'clock and I need to start working. Finished work, put my out of office on, off tomorrow as well. I'm just gonna potter about in Edinburgh during the day, and then I need to be back in Aberdeen tomorrow night because it is my sister's birthday on Saturday, so we are going out for dinner. But yeah, it'll be nice to have a little adventure to Edinburgh. It's the next day. I barely filmed anything in Edinburgh because I was just chatting to my family when I was around with them, and then at the event I just didn't want to like whap up my camera too much, so I've taken a couple of clips which I'll pop in. But yeah, the book club event was so nice. I was really nervous before because I was kind of like, I don't know any of these people and what's it gonna be like, but it was honestly lovely. It was so nice to meet Lizzy, and it was just so nice to be in a room filled with like such intelligent people. Like some of the people talking about the books, I was honestly like amazed at the way some people kind of think about books and like pay so much attention to the characters. I feel like it's really inspired me that I need to kind of like get a bit more into that and kind of use my brain a little bit more than I do sometimes. But yeah, it was just lovely. The venue was at Elliot's, which is Jess, Elliot, Denison's kind of little studio shop space, and she kind of has been hosting events there throughout the Fringe and everything, and it was just so nice. So overall, a great little trip. Oh, there's people walking in the background. And yeah, I've got to be back in Aberdeen tonight, so I left after spending the morning just chatting and catching up with my family, and then I'm now in South Queensferry because there is a bakery that I keep seeing on Instagram that I wanted to go to, and I also have never been to South Queensferry. Like, it's somewhere I always just pass over on the bridge. So I have driven here and I'm gonna walk down and go to the cafe. I couldn't get parked for honestly miles, so it's gonna be quite a walk to the cafe, but I haven't really done any exercise in the last 24 hours, so it'll be good for me to have a little walk along to the bakery and get myself a pastry. But yeah, on the note of the book club, I feel like if you're thinking of going to something and it makes you nervous, you should just go and you should just do it, because I honestly had such a nice time and I didn't know any of the people beforehand, and I was nervous that I wouldn't know what to say or how to talk to people. That makes me feel like I can't socialize at all, but you know what I mean. Like, it's a scary environment if it's something you're not used to, and I honestly had such a great time. So I would recommend stepping out of your comfort zone and doing these things. such a nice time in South Queensferry. I literally I've never been there before, and it's so nice. Just like coastal, cute town vibes. And I went to Dune Bakery, which was unreal. I had a focaccia sandwich. It was like a BLT, and I had a pan Swiss as well, and it was so good. So I also had a matcha. Really treated myself at this bakery. But yeah, I had a nice time. I just wandered around, looked in a couple of the little shops. There was one that was really nice. I think it was Emily's. I'll put a clip in of it. They had heaps of kind of like Scottish and kind of organic-y, nice home products, and I think she did flowers as well. So yeah, it was lovely. I'm about to drive home, and I've realised that there's a new Wolf Alice album out today, so I'm going to put that on, and I'm going to drive up the road, and I'm going to hope that there's a lot less traffic than there was on my way down yesterday, because it did take me 3.5 hours to get to Edinburgh yesterday, which it shouldn't have done. It turned out AC/DC were playing at Marchmont, which I did not realise, so that is why there was so much traffic. But yeah, time to drive home. It's been a nice little escape from Aberdeen for the weekend.